is our time, and yeah, we gon' shine. You better put your blockers on before you get blind. Wildcats gon' win. Yeah, we all in.
Well, hey, welcome back, you guys, to another edition of Sports Corner. I'm your host, Dominique Williams, and with me I have Felix Reyes Jr. and Timothy White Jr. On today's lineup, we'll be discussing NBA Media Day. Can the Steelers stay in the playoffs with Michael Vick at quarterback? Is Michael Vick the answer? And did the Detroit Lions get cheated? Also, what's next for the Miami Dolphins? Well, let's get into our first topic. It's about time for NBA season. The 2015-16 regular season is still more than a month away, but the basketball festivities has already begun. So we get our sneak peek with the teams on their NBA Media Day. So, what's going on with?
Well, we got a clip with LeBron James, first of all. So let's look at what LeBron had to say on Media Day.
See what Bron had to say. See what Bron had to say today.
Like y'all best friends.
Well, I feel just as healthy as I did my rookie year. I absolutely don't. I could have definitely used a couple more months off. But it is what it is. I'm ready to go. I will be on the floor tomorrow at the start of training camp, and start to prepare my body, start to prepare my mind for hopefully a long run at it. I feel like I've improved some aspects of my game in the month of September. I got a little bit crazy with my workout regimen. In September, I was doing 3 days, 5 days a week. So I believe I improved. Did I get enough rest? I don't think so, but I definitely improved. And I feel good about where I'm at right now. One thing we can build off last year is the chemistry that we had, but we can't build off the success as far as wins and losses. No matter what we did last year and what our accomplishments was last year, it's a whole new year. So, we got to have the same focus. We got to have the same mind frame. We got to have the same one goal, and that's to get better every single day, improve each and every month, and that'll give us the best possible chance to play in the June. The main thing is still the main thing, and that's to win a championship. And if you prepare for it, if you visualize it every single day, both on and off the floor, and it'll put your mind in the right frame to when you go out and you prepare yourself. You've done it for so long, then it's gonna give you the best possible chance to succeed. And
So, what did you guys think about these comments?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I mean, pretty much everything he said was true. Like,
Right.
he talked about, getting of age. Obviously, he's not young LeBron.
Right. He's not as nimble as he may have used to be.
Exactly.
But he does seem very confident in his words. He knows that the team is focused on getting back to last year's success.
We need to focus on we're gonna get into that. You need to focus on getting Tristan Thompson back. I'm gonna speak on that a little later though. But
Right. He knows at the end of the day, the end game for him is championship or bust. It's hard to say it, but that's just what it is. In public opinion, everybody doesn't care if LeBron makes it to 100 finals if he loses 100 finals. It's either he wins the championship or he doesn't. Point blank period.
Point blank period. That's all there is.
Right, because nobody cares about all his statistical achievements.
Exactly.
Like, we saw him in the finals. He was putting up triple-doubles, and after they lost, it was like everybody forgot about it. Nobody really looked forward to it.
Exactly.
And to me, it's unfortunate because he's such a great player. And I think that most of us won't fully recognize or appreciate how great of a player he was and what he did for the sport of basketball until he retires.
Definitely. Well, unlike most people, I appreciate it now. But I see that was your take on Media Day. My take on Media Day was just a tad bit more detailed. See, Media Day consisted of 3 things for me, at least for the NBA this year.
Right.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start off with the good. Paul George is 100% now, guys. As you can see, he came back last year, played a few games in the end, which I'm still questioning why. He could have just waited till the preseason now.
Right.
But obviously, no freak accidents have happened again.
Right.
He doesn't have the Derrick Rose syndrome, people. Don't worry. So everything's gonna be okay. And the Pacers are actually looking pretty good.
Right,
He
they
stated,
should be solid.
Yeah, he stated in his words, I think we have a good shot at being the top 3 in the East. So the way how the East is set up,
I could definitely see.
I can definitely see
Atlanta didn't get any better.
Exactly.
They'll probably be fighting with Washington for that third spot.
Definitely, and they also acquired Monte Ellis at the shooting guard position.
Right. They're
and you know they
definitely
have
in the
George Hill with the hair. I mean, things.
A little blondie.
Little blondie.
Sunshine action going on.
Goldilocks.
I mean,
things are looking good. Things are looking okay for Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. Another person that has came back recently, Kevin Durant. He's feeling 100%. Everything's feeling good, regardless of his side beef with Stephen A. Smith. I have nothing to do with it.
All that.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with that. But according to what I see, everything is good. He stated, "I feel great. I'm ready to go. Excited times for myself and Thunder basketball." So things are definitely looking up on that. Another note, Harden. LeBron said he was the best player in basketball. I think James Harden disagrees. I think he agrees to disagree.
All he wants.
I mean,
James Harden.
It's the truth.
James Harden definitely stated that he was the best player last year and still feels like he's the best player this year.
We'll
and
see.
when he was asked about that, he responded to reporter Fran Benbury of NBA.com. "You don't think I can do more?"
He can do
And
more.
he can do more. He can play defense a lot more. I'll say that much. But he has gotten better at
He
it.
can
But it
show
still
up in
needs
clutch
more
moments in the
improvements.
Western Conference Finals.
But
Start by doing more there.
His reason for saying that is because he got the Houston Rockets to the number 2 seed in the West, basically without Dwight Howard, and of course Patrick Beverly got hurt as well.
Yeah.
So he pretty much put the team on his shoulders and said, "Hey, I'm gonna take y'all to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the finals, but the Western Conference Finals. We might not win it, but I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna need a little bit more help to win it, though. I'm gonna need a little bit more help to win it." So, I mean, that's the good on that note. Now onward to the bad. You got guys like Darren Williams wanting to get bought out of their contract. Joe Johnson was completely shocked by the whole situation.
Can you blame him?
what?
Joe Johnson, he was like, it's nice here. And you know what, Joe Johnson, you're right. It is nice in
No,
Brooklyn.
I'm saying, can you blame Darren Williams for wanting to get out of Brooklyn?
Yes.
Why?
We
What
need
have they
him.
done?
We need him.
Exactly.
need him.
What have they done
need
since
him.
he's been there?
We've gotten to the playoffs consistently.
Oh
I'll say
my
that
gosh.
much. We've gotten to the playoffs consistently. I'll say that. We made out the first round once, but we've gotten to the playoffs consistently. There's
Right.
only room for improvement. Let's improve. That's all I got to say on that note. And another thing of the bad, like I said earlier, the Cavs have failed to re-sign Tristan Thompson. What are you doing?
He
What
wants
are
too
you
much
doing?
money.
He wants too much
don't you
money.
think he deserves?
Don't you think he deserves
I think
it?
he did enough in the playoffs to at least have a little bit more money at least.
I don't
Or what
think he's
asking.
worth what he's asking.
Tristan Thompson.
I think he's asking for
Tris-
18 million. I don't think he's worth 18.
He's worth 18 million.
I don't
If
think
Bosh
he's
is
worth
worth a
18.
max contract in Miami, he's
Bosh
worth
was
18.
putting up 25 and 15 in Toronto when he got that
and
contract.
you don't think
What
he
are you
can do
talking
it?
about?
You don't think he can do
Tristan
it?
Thompson cannot put up 25 and 15. He could put up 15 rebounds, but he's not giving you 25
Look,
points
all I'm
consistently.
saying is this.
I don't want to hear that.
All I'm saying is this. This man.
He does not have the offensive skills to give you 25
But look,
points
he
a
can
game.
only get better.
I'll
This
give you
man, he
that.
almost averaged a double in the
Remember,
postseason.
a double means 10 points. You don't
Okay.
have to score 25 points.
Regardless, though, he was consistent. And when everybody was injured, who was LeBron counting on the most? Not Della Vadova, even though he
Dellavedova,
came
whatever.
through. Even though he came
Della,
through.
Della, whatever.
Delhi, but Tristan Thompson definitely showed up.
And he better have, because he was bigger than everybody on the court.
Exactly, and he was bullying
So
a
I'm-
few people.
I'm
So
glad
what I'm
he was
saying
doing what
is,
he was
what I'm
doing.
saying is, since he was doing what he was doing and doing it efficiently and consistently, my point is he deserves his money. Go get your money, man. Go get your money. And then of course you have the ugly. I'm gonna sum it up here. Wrap it up real
Okay.
quick. Deion Waiters, when asked if he was working on his defense this offseason, he stated, "Besides Deion, it don't start with a D." What? What? Paul.
I don't even know what that means,
What?
first of all.
So you're saying that you weren't working on your defense. You're saying you don't care about defense. Look, you're gonna have to learn the easy way or the hard way. Ask James Harden about how the hard way went. That's all I gotta say.
El Toro.
That's all I gotta say on that. And plus, he's in his contract season.
It might not turn out so well for him.
It might
If
not
he's
turn out
if
so
he
well for
refuses
him.
to play defense,
Look,
I don't know how you
I don't
He's
know.
gonna be
I don't
dropped
know.
Real quick.
that's crazy. Oh, and another thing, Derrick Rose.
Right.
Get,
Derrick Rose. Let's
Come on,
let's
man.
actually let's see what he had to
Yeah.
say.
let's see what he had to say. All right, let's see what he had
Yeah,
to say.
because this is interesting.
Boy. I tell you.
Is this something that you just have, you moved on already mentally?
Oh, yeah, I've been moved on. This whole summer I had tunnel vision. My mindset was just making sure that I was working out every day and spending as much time as possible with my son and focusing on them two things, making sure my family is financially stable. As far as you see all the money that they're passing out in this league, and just telling the truth, and just knowing that my day will be coming up soon, and it's not for me, it's for PJ and his future. So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
As far as free agency and
Yeah.
thinking about that, do you?
Felix, I've spoken too much already. You go ahead. Oh my.
It is way too early for Derrick Rose to be thinking about free agency, especially when you've missed so many games already. I get it. You want your son, your family to be financially secure, but Bulls
Are you
Nation
looking
already a
forward
bunch
to
of angry
the
people. I don't think they were too happy to hear this.
And then after that, days later, after that, he gets injured again.
Right, he gets injured. He gets hit in the face.
Stop breaking your face.
Back to back.
Right, I mean he
Just got surgery on his eye. They said it's been 6 days after the surgery. His eye still looks swollen.
He
Come
has
on, man.
He has 2 years left on his contract. There's no reason for you to be talking about free agency and talking about you had straight tunnel vision and that's all you worried about because of all the money that you see being thrown around.
And
You
this
can't
man-
get that money
This
if
man
you
had the
can't play.
audacity to say, "I just want my family to be straight." You just come.
Right.
You're coming. You're in the midst of a $90 million contract, 5-year contract for $90 million,
And that's not even
you're
including
more
your
than straight.
endorsements.
You're good. You're great. Adidas didn't even drop you. They should have dropped you 2 years ago. Look,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
Right.
this is ridiculous.
It is. It makes no sense to me.
And I don't want to get y'all wrong. I'm not a Derrick Rose hater. I'm a big
Right,
fan
he's
of Derrick
definitely a
Rose.
great player.
He's a great. He was a great player when he was healthy.
Yes, when
Put
he's
it that
healthy,
way.
very healthy.
He's missing preseason games now due to another injury he's
Right.
faced in practice. Look, I'm gonna end it at this. All I gotta say is I'm quoting Jimmy Butler now. All I gotta say is this: just help us win games.
Basically,
Point blank. Period.
he should
Come on,
definitely be
Derrick
more
Rose.
focused on playing the full season and staying healthy than a huge payday that's somewhere along 2 years down the road.
Exactly.
Period.
Just
Yeah.
help us win games. Word to Jimmy Butler, man.
Well, and lastly, we had to see what let's see what Steph Curry had to say about his offseason and how the team can try
Champion.
and stay at the top.
Where do you balance and find time also to get better? I mean, you're the league MVP. Where did you find time to work, and is it more about maintaining, or did you add something to your game this offseason?
It's about just doing what I did well this season, doing it better, more consistent, with more force, and it's been a busy summer, but obviously nothing trumps the priority of working on your game and getting better and being prepared, for training camp and for the season. So I feel like I'm ready. I'm in good shape, and we were joking before. I told you I might have added a post game that may or may not have been true, but it's just about trying to do what I do well, even better, becoming a better leader, and talking with Coach Kerr just about what the new experience is going to be as defending champs, and how we keep our perspective and stay hungry and stay motivated and finding new fuel for the mission at hand right now.
Well, regarding that, then, what's a piece of advice he gave you, because of all the titles he's had, that's sticking with you as you enter training camp?
I mean, it's kind of vague as we talk about it, as everybody's in their own world during the summer. It's about just not staying comfortable or not getting comfortable with where we are. It's great to win one championship, and obviously we know how hard it is to do that, but this shouldn't hopefully end our story. We have such a great group of guys and a lot of potential, and we kept pretty much the same team back minus some guys. So we feel like we're the team to beat, and just got to keep that mentality and know we're going to get everybody's best shot every single night, even more so than last year when we were playing well during the regular season. So you got to stay hungry.
Yeah, you're definitely on the radar, and you guys got the.
Well, he's definitely saying all the right things. He's enjoying the ride of being the champion, but he obviously knows that it's going to get tougher from here on out.
Obviously,
Right.
the road is never easier the second time around.
And Steve Kerr, at their coach, I'm sure he's already told them and let the team know, because he's won championships as a player, that coming back that next year is really a grind, and it's much tougher because you know you're getting everybody's best shot night in and night out.
Definitely. And the West has gotten nothing but stronger. And
Right.
even the East is getting a little better.
But what I'm just interested in,
Just a little.
I've heard rumors that Steph Curry has added a post game. I'm trying to see who he's gonna post up. He's at least 160, soaking wet. So I don't know who he's gonna post up.
Again,
but
again.
I want to see if that's true.
Again. What?
That's what he said. I heard
What?
rumors he's added a post game.
You
so I
heard
wanna
whispers?
see. Whispers,
I think,
rumors,
yeah,
all that.
I don't know if it was rumors. I think it was whispers.
Yeah, I think you're like dreaming. I don't know. Oh my goodness.
That's all right, $1 in a dream, right? All right, so we head over to AJ for this week's Street Corner.
What's up, Wildcats? It's your boy AJ McCray, and we're here with another segment of Street Corner. And we're here today to find out if you think that the Steelers will stay afloat with Michael Vick as their starting quarterback. Do you think that the Steelers will stay afloat with Michael Vick as their starting quarterback?
Michael Vick is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. I feel like Mike Vick will help the Steelers win a lot of games this year. Shout out to Dirty Birds, 3-0.
I believe Mike Vick will do his thing at quarterback for the Steelers, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for those players, you know, who see second chances. So I think he'll take advantage of his second chance and, you know, help the Steelers get to the playoffs.
Oh, not at all. Michael Vick is done. But things NFL things happen, so he might not.
I feel like they will stay afloat because Michael Vick is a great quarterback. He still has a lot of years in him. He still has the speed. And then he got two great other players next to him on that team, which is Le'Veon Bell, running back, and Antonio Brown, a receiver, who came off a record-breaking season with catches. So I think he'll just be great.
Yeah, I do. I feel like he's in a better system. I feel like under this coach, the coach for the Steelers, I feel like he'll do a good job.
I mean, I think they should. Michael Vick was one of my favorite players. I mean, and Ben Roethlisberger hurt, so they might as well run with him.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the Steelers will do very well with Michael Vick as their quarterback because he's a very seasoned quarterback. He can throw the ball. He got good accuracy. He got better at his accuracy. He's mobile.
There you have it, Wildcats. You heard what you guys had to say about the Steelers' remaining season with Michael Vick as their starting quarterback. Me personally, I think that Michael Vick's in a great system with Mike Tomlin as their head coach, and he has great wide receivers around him and a great running back with a good defense. So I think they'll be perfectly fine. Back to you guys in the studio.
I know what the fans think. What do you guys think?
I guess.
I guess.
Yes.
No, to be honest though, I probably have to lean towards no.
Mhm.
I definitely hope he makes me eat my words because I'm rooting for Michael Vick. I definitely feel like.
So then, what makes you say no? If you're gonna
because of
say
the way
all
he's
this,
because him as a quarterback, he hasn't been consistent over the past few years. He's gotten a chance to start. Now, what I do hope happens if they do plan to stay afloat and make the playoffs, they're gonna have to lean on the legs of Le'Veon Bell. Period. Point blank.
and guess whose legs are better to lean on than Le'Veon?
Right,
Bell's
exactly.
right now?
I mean, he has the weapons on the outside, but like we saw, they lost to the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really on Michael Vick. It was
More
on
so.
the leg of a kicker. And
Well,
we
it was
hate
a-
that.
it
We
was
hate
a
when that
bad
happens.
week for kickers.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
It was terrible, but he has the weapons. But that line is used to a certain style behind him. It's a solid big Ben standing back there and being able to take certain punishment. Michael Vick is more of a frantic scramble, get out of dodge type of quarterback. So for them to have to adjust to that certain type of player behind them is going to be a little bit of a challenge.
Well, let's see what we have here. Yes, I believe Vic can do it, but Vic would have to be phenomenal. And when I say phenomenal, I mean phenomenal. Like, with all seriousness, he would have to be just on top of his game. I'm talking about like Vic back in 2004, Madden cover
I
Vic.
don't know all that, man.
I think so.
He's
But
too
at the same
old,
time,
man.
because we've seen flashes in it. I mean,
Right.
at the same time, the Steelers right now they're 2-2. They're second in the AFC North.
Right.
So I mean, the only person they have in front of them, the only team, that they have in front of them is the Bengals, which is
Right,
4-0.
Cincinnati.
And with all honesty, it's rumors that Big Ben might come back in Week 7.
Right.
They said he might come back in Week 7 against the Kansas City Chiefs, but more than likely he's going to come back in Week 11 against the Seahawks because his injury was stated for him to be out 4 to 6 weeks.
Right.
So therefore, he should be coming back in Week 11. And to be honest with you, the Steelers' schedule, like, it's not easy, but it's not like super
not like,
difficult.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, and like I said, we're not asking Vick to get we're not asking Vick to get the Steelers to the Super Bowl.
Right.
We're asking him to stay afloat
Win a
until
couple
Ben
games.
gets back. And
Right.
from now until Week 11, I think he can do that. With all honesty, I think he can do. I think he can do that. But for them to be like great, for them to flourish under Vick without any problems at all, besides the kicker, Vick would definitely have to be on his game.
So you're saying he's the answer? Do you think he's the answer?
Vick is the answer right now. Yes, he is the only answer.
Right, he's the only quarterback that they really have that's viable on their team.
And also, like my man stated, he is seasoned. He's a seasoned quarterback. He's not a rookie.
He's old.
Okay.
He's old, but he's not that. He's not.
He's been in the league for 15 years.
But what I'm saying is, he's still
very
got
fragile.
legs.
He's very fragile.
He had 9 rushing attempts for 33 yards in that game against the Ravens.
Right, but he's only played a full season once in his career. So
That's
he's still
okay.
very fragile.
We're not
at his
asking
age.
him to play a full season
And his playing style, he could get hurt at any moment.
We're asking. This is what we're asking. I'm sure Vic knows this. First and
Right.
foremost.
Well, he knows.
And
his
second
self.
of all, we're not asking Vic to play a full season now. We're
Right.
asking Vic, okay, keep the team up and at 'em until Week 11, basically.
But what I'm saying
around
is-
that time when Ben Roethlisberger is projected to come back.
What I'm saying is, if there's a setback, Vic might get hurt, or the fact that he hasn't played a complete season shows his inability to finish
that's
games.
why I say he has to be phenomenal. And but part of Vic being phenomenal is him not getting hurt.
Well, they have to trust him as well. For that to
I'm sure
happen.
they
There was
do.
any other quarterback that you have to trust, or a backup quarterback to step in.
Definitely.
Do what they got to do.
And hey, if I could have anybody as a backup quarterback in this league, I'm not gonna lie, I would want Michael Vick. With all honesty, that's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion.
I'm a little skeptical about that one. But, well, moving on. After the Lions lost in part due to a controversial battle of the ball being knocked out of the end zone by Seattle linebacker KJ White after Calvin Johnson fumbled on the half-yard line while trying to score the game-winning touchdown. So I ask, did the Lions get cheated?
I can't say cheated. I would say probably not.
No!
They definitely got the short end of the deal. Because if you say they got cheated, that means that there was a preconceived notion that the referees wanted them to lose or the NFL had wanted them to lose.
And not only that, watch this. It's Calvin Johnson's fault, people. If he would have held onto the ball, none of this would have happened.
But when he punched the ball out of the end zone, they should have said that was illegal
Right,
for them
definitely.
to do that.
Regardless, first things first, Calvin Johnson fumbled the ball at the goal line.
Right.
You don't do that. That's a rookie mistake. Calvin Johnson is not a rookie. You should have the ball protected at all times until
Especially
you know
when you
for a
go into the
fact.
end zone.
Until you know for a fact that you are across that line.
By the
you
way,
should
pay
have the
that
ball
man.
protected.
Please.
And definitely
Pay
pay
that
Cam
man.
Chancellor. Get another person that needs his money. Give him
Give
his
that
money,
man-
man.
but he's worth
Give
it.
that man. No, he's more than worth it.
better have
I'll say
my
that
money.
much. He's more than worth it. Give that man
Seahawks
his
better
money.
have my money.
Because the Seahawks defense has improved
Drastically.
Drastically, definitely.
It was definitely an illegal batting of the ball.
It is.
But the letter of the rule, the official actually said that he didn't think the tap was intentional. Now, the letter of the rule has the word intention or any form of it nowhere in there. Rule 12, Section 4, Article 1 of the NFL Rulebook defines an illegal bat, among other ways, as an instant where any player bats or punches a loose ball that has touched the ground in any direction if it is in either end zone.
Well, you know
So,
what?
in other words, he batted it out intentionally, unintentionally, doesn't matter. Ball's supposed to be placed at the 1 yard line.
Look, I understand all that, but here's the thing. Check this out. Now, people always get on the refs for doing what? Making crucial and let alone unknown rare
I know where
calls
you're going with this.
in clutch situations of games. Now, when the ref finally doesn't make a call, It's
Right.
a problem.
Right.
Make up your
Yeah.
mind, people. What you want the ref to do? What do you want the ref to do? I'm still mad about the tuck rule. Don't bring.
That's why I knew you were going with this.
Yeah.
Look, all I gotta say is this: the ref didn't make the call. It was fair game.
Right.
At the end of the day, like I
He
said,
should not have
he should
fumbled.
not have fumbled. Hold on to the ball. Calvin Johnson, who is not really having the best year,
Right.
definitely one of his worst.
Yeah.
Probably
He's
his
definitely
worst.
too good to have that happen to him.
He's too good. That's a rookie mistake. Calvin Johnson should not be fumbling the ball at the goal
I don't
line.
even hear them
Right.
call him Megatron no more.
He's
Nothing.
not. he got stripped of that name.
Right.
He's Calvin Johnson now.
But
We
I
about to
also-
put the junior on the back of his jersey.
I just feel like it caused a lot of controversy because it always seems like the Seahawks is always in a battle when it comes to game-winning
And
situations.
now that
As far
I
as
can
going back
agree
to
with.
the Green Bay Packers
I
and
can
Seahawks
agree with
game,
that one.
that was also brought up about
The
how
Hail Mary.
does the refs always favor the Seahawks most
Right,
of the
but
time
that
in
one wasn't
situations.
on the Seahawks as much as it was. Remember, those were replacement refs.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
they weren't used to the NFL rules, the NFL playing, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But now they're 0-4. The Lions are 0-4, hoping for that number one
Look,
spot.
and besides another thing, y'all act like the Lions are in the race or in the contending to like get a playoff spot.
I mean, but they're
Come on
supposed to
now.
be. They always
Right.
come in at least trying to get into the playoff spot.
Excuse me?
I
The
mean,
Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lions?
Yeah.
But with them losing in Dominique Sue, that's a big blow to their defense.
Definitely.
And Matthew Stafford turns the ball over way too much. So
Well,
Very
That's that.
inconsistent.
let's just hope what the Lions can do. Hopefully, they get their first win.
No
So,
time
coming into the season, the Miami Dolphins were on the radar as a short pick for the playoffs. They have started the season 1-3. How big of a disappointment are the Dolphins?
Speaking of Sue,
huge disappointment. I mean, they added Sue, like he was saying, but he only has 10 tackles in 4 games, no sacks, no forced fumbles. He was actually supposed to help their run defense, and they're last in the NFL in rushing yards allowed.
well, I mean, you can say all that, but at the same time, you have to look at it from this point of view. Every single time Sue gets on that line and he attacks the quarterback, which is what he is supposed
Right.
to do, he's getting double teamed and triple teamed by offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Now, my point is, where are the defensive linemen on the rest of the defensive linemen
Right.
on the
You
Miami
can't beat a
Dolphins?
one-on-one?
Exactly, you can't beat a one-on-one.
You can't
Come
beat a
on now,
one-on-one. But they've recently fired their head coach, Joe Philbin.
Yeah.
which
He was-
deserved to get fired.
Definitely. He was
Way
24 and
overdue.
28 in his 4 seasons with the team.
Way overdue.
Dating back to last season, they've lost 8 of their last 12 games.
That is terrible.
So that's terrible. They've hired Dan Campbell as an interim coach for the time being. But I'm hearing names like Josh McDaniels being at the forefront for their head coach position at the start of next season.
Well, I mean, look, all I gotta say is any replacement would be better than their recent. That's all I have to say.
It's the Dolphins. They
Right.
need everything they can
Ryan
get.
Tannehill was supposed to be
And
coming of age.
Tannehill is
They
on
need
his
a
way
new
out too.
quarterback.
If
Right.
he doesn't step up,
He's only
Tannehill's on
completing-
his way out of there
He's
too.
only completing 57% of his passes. His total quarterback rating is only 32.1. I know you like that stat.
Yeah.
Like total quarterback rating.
Yeah.
I'm learning a little bit. But he's 30th in the league in total QBR. So
Look,
he's definitely
man,
not playing to the
nowhere
expectations
near.
that
He's
people have
playing
set for him.
nowhere near a starting quarterback should play.
Nowhere near.
That's all I have to say.
Has he
And
ever?
oh,
And the-
Let me
ooh,
stop.
shots
Let me
fired.
stop. Let me
Shots
stop.
fired.
Pew.
I mean,
Oh my.
But also, he's not getting any help from his running game. Lamar Miller is tied for 39th in rushing yards, and
That
he
is
has
terrible.
he only has 131 yards rushing on the season.
That
So
is terrible.
Look.
Look,
maybe
man,
next year, Dolphins.
all I gotta say is this.
it's always another year.
The Raiders
for
have a
them.
better record. than that.
Exactly. I was just getting ready to get there. Exactly.
He was like, "Oh, it's time to
Exactly.
shine."
It's time
Right.
to shine,
Oh,
baby.
man.
Oakland, like I said, we're 2-2 right now. We're 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Oakland's winning 8+ games. I just had to. We're winning at least 8. I just had to throw that in there. But hey, the Dolphins, man. Look, back to the Dolphins situation. I'm gonna wrap it up here. The Dolphins, man. I don't know what they need. They just need a new identity.
Right.
Maybe they need to leave Miami. Maybe
No,
South
no,
Beach
don't
is
leave
too much of a
Miami.
distraction.
Don't leave Miami.
Maybe South Beach is too much of a distraction
No,
for the
it's
Dolphins.
Nah, I don't know. About
And
that.
their
Like it can't be a
players.
distraction in sunny California, New York, anywhere else.
It's not a distraction in Oakland.
Well, what do you guys have
Yeah,
in
right.
Oakland?
We have
Sewage.
we have Amari Cooper. That's who we have. That's who we have. All right, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hold up. We can't just end it there, you guys. We got the top 5 this
Oh,
week.
man.
Top
let's get
5
into this.
coming in. Let's go.
Yeah. Arizona State quarterback Mike Bercovici for the 34-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
Against UCLA. They ended up winning that game.
But my question is, doesn't he want to be Manziel?
I don't know. Deshaun Kaiser to Torrey Hunter for the 1-yard touchdown pass.
That you can celebrate.
You can celebrate.
Go celebrate that. Go celebrate. There you go.
Right. Mm-hmm. It put them down by 2, Notre Dame. Then they went for two-point conversion, and nothing. It failed. They ended up losing the game.
Now you gotta hang your head.
They lost the game to Clemson 24-22. Will Greer to DeMarcus Robinson with the one-handed catch
That's what
for
I'm
a first
talking about.
down. Florida's on the come up, you guys.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, you
looking
lied to
good.
us. Ranked number 3 in the nation. You lied to us. Look at that athleticism.
That is nice.
Right.
That is nice.
It's definitely an amazing play. And here we go. Bo Schneider to Chris Johnson for the long 62 yards.
Is he gone?
Here we go.
Give me
that.
Chancellor Jr.
Give me that.
Cam Chancellor Jr.
A forced fumble by Perry Nickerson. Recovery by Richard Allen.
Let's see what he's gonna do.
Return for 36 yards the other way.
Man, look, that was look.
You got to look over your shoulder, man. Here's number 1. Arizona State running back is a bulldozer. Look at this, people.
Oh my God.
Child's play.
Okay.
Little
Kalen
boy.
Ballage,
23 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Little boy.
Get off of me.
Little boy. Oh my.
That's what I call dream work.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork definitely makes
Little
the dream
boy.
Work.
Little boys.
Walking in the end zone. Look at him.
And you know I'm
Take
happy
him in
about
there.
this because I don't like UCLA. So,
But you're for California.
hey, I like USC. That's the top 5 for today.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
This is our time, and yeah, we gon' shine. You better put your blockers on before you get blind. Why?
Watch it and remember, keep sports in your corner.
Hey.
Darren Williams, we
This
need
is
you.
our
Don't
time,
leave the net.
and yeah, we
Don't
gon'
leave the
shine.
net.
You
Darren
better
Williams.
put your blockers on before you get blind.